A question of sustainability. A formal ban on super trawlers in Australia's small pelagic fishery. In November 2012, significant public pressure influenced then Federal Environment Minister Tony Burke to amend Australian environmental legislation preventing large-scale mid-water trawl operation in the small pelagic fishery for up to 2 years while an expert panel undertook a review. A subsequent temporary ban has been put in place until April 2015. Politicians are now confronted with a difficult question regarding the sustainability of such operations. Should the Australian government impose a formal ban on super trawlers operating in Australia's small pelagic fishery? Overfishing is a pressing environmental concern, both in Australia and globally. Critics argue that super trawlers are responsible for the decline in certain species of fish stocks, locally and globally, the inadvertent killing of marine life, including endangered species, and damage to the ocean environmental, including the seafloor. What is the environmental impact of super trawlers globally? Super trawlers are having an environmental impact on a global scale. In 1998, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization concluded that global fishing capacity was 2.5 times greater than global fish stocks could sustain. Since then, capacity has increased. Many suggest that super trawlers are largely responsible for depleting fish stocks, particularly in Africa, Asia, and even Europe. The Dutch FV Abel Tasman, formerly Marjorie's, has been implicated in numerous illegal activities. The operations of super trawlers also have social impacts, including the potential loss of jobs to local fishermen. They also contribute to climate change and the destruction of the seafloor. What are the benefits for allowing super trawlers to operate in Australian waters? Quantities of scale means that super trawlers are able to provide cheaper seafood to local markets. What is the environmental impact of super trawlers' operations in Australia? Localised depletion of surface schools of fish, such as jack mackerel, from around Tasmania. The removal of key species from the food chain. By removing bait fish such as jack mackerel, red bait and blue mackerel from the food chain, there are follow-on effects for predator species, which is a serious concern. Killing of bycatch, including endangered species such as dolphins, seals and seabirds. Due to their fishing methods and large nets, super trawlers threaten fish and other marine life they are not targeting. In the interest of environmental sustainability, the Australian Government is obliged to take action by implementing a formal ban on super trawlers' operation in the small pelagic fishery. Their environmental impact is simply too devastating. Indeed, the UN FAO Code of Conduct for Responsible Fisheries, to which Australia is a signatory, obliges members to take steps to reduce overcapacity and avoid management actions that contribute to overcapacity. As individuals, we can take civic action in ways such as signing petitions, joining environmental parties, or writing to members of Parliament.